Hey, welcome to Questions Just Asked. Questions that you've been wanting to ask, but maybe you were too embarrassed or the moment didn't allow it. So we started this back during the pandemic to stay in connecting with a group of people, and it has just continued on. We keep getting the questions, and I will continue to ask questions as long as I can find questions. And I have been looking at questions banned from the Bible, but I decided to take a break from that. It was just wearing me out. And I also found an article that said questions Jesus asked that we need to answer today, and it's a lot. So we're going to be series for a while, then we'll go to questions banned from the Bible. And also, I want to remind you that we have two other broadcasts. One is on Monday mornings, a little devotional called Chaplain's Moment, Doctor's Call, and we're focusing right now on prayer, the Lord's Prayer in particular. And then we have the Sun City Bible Study, which is focusing on characters of the Bible, doing a little character study evaluation of people in the Bible. I think this week we're going to be looking at David, I think. I can't remember. My mind is fleeting. But anyways, we're looking at questions Jesus asked. Let's start in on that because you don't want to hear me rumble all morning long. Here's the first question from Matthew 6:27. Can any of you, by worrying, add a single moment to your lifespan? It's interesting. Jesus asked this question, and they didn't have the studies we have today. We can answer this question straight up today. No. In fact, you don't add anything. You actually take it away by worry, anxiety, frustration. What is Jesus really asking? He's asking you to stop worrying because you're in his hands. Now, the people who have to worry are the people who are not believers. If you're not in Jesus' hand, if you're not one of Jesus' followers, you got a lot to worry about. But he's saying, listen, with me, what's there to worry about? I got you. Do you believe that? Do you believe that I've got you? I've been using this example. It's sort of like being at the end of your rope and you got a knot and you're struggling to hold on to it and hold on to it and hold on to it the best you can. And what you really need to do is let go. Stop worrying. Some people are just natural worries. I don't think they're natural worries. I think they was created over time. Had some incidents happen when they were younger that caused them to fret. And nobody wants to experience pain, so everybody's avoiding the pain. Jesus says, what are you worried about? You can't add a single moment to your lifespan. We worry about all sorts of things today. And I think the reason we do is because we now have the news at our fingertips, right here. This is what causes us to worry because we look at the news. Oh, this happened and that happened. Well, it's going to happen to me. What happened out of one person out of how many millions in the United States? And do you believe you're in the Lord's hands? Do you believe you can go anywhere or do anything as long as you're following the Lord? Do you believe that? That's what he's asking. So, hey, can any of you, by worrying, add a single moment to your lifespan? No possible way. If anything, it's going to take away from your lifespan by causing you to have all sorts of anxiety and stress. So that's this week. Well, next week at Matthew 7:2. Why do you notice a splinter in your brother's eye, yet fail to receive the wood beam in your own eye? That's next week on March 8th. It's hard to believe we're in March already. I just keep, for some reason, I am overwhelmed that we're in March already. And time is flying. So anyways, we'll look at that next week. Hey, thanks for joining us this week. See you next week.